So good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 on FTRL. It is time for your weekly fix of Div 1 action. What's going on there? We are here with round 7 of season 17. Season moving into the second half, and we are at the Marina Bay circuit in Singapore, which is a driver's favourite, so expect plenty of action once again tonight. The Div 1 boys have been delivering top quality driving so far this season. We have had 6 classics, and one man who is currently head and shoulders above the rest is Mr. TRT Lynx. 3 wins in the last 4 races. A P2 was the only blotch on that copybook recently. He is a man in great form. So is he going to make it 4 in 5 tonight? Well, we shall see. First, of course, we've got qualifying to get out of the way. So who is the first one on the track? Let's get all the information up. Let's see who is furthest around the lap. The answer is, it is one of the Williams. It is Adamako. So Adamako is first one round, which means that we will go on board with him once he gets around to the end of the lap and take you on a lap of this high-speed street circuit then. So it's kind of more in the vein, for some reason Tom Duval is on wets. That's interesting. Not quite sure what's going on there. I've just spotted that in the pit lane. Hopefully he'll realise before he goes out. Took all the way on the intermediates as well. So do we have a damp track? I can't see any spray. So anyway, we'll go on board with Adamako and let's find out then. So around the final corner and onto the start finish straight. The DRS zone activates. Rear wing pops open. Charges down then using all the road. All the runoff there into turn 1 through 2. Plenty of curb. Tucks in nicely then to turn 3. Now start. Oh, Dylan's gone. Dylan has crashed on his outlap. Up to turn where we're now 6 with no, we're on 4. I'm lost. That was 4. This is 5. And then heavy braking zone for turn 6. Tips into the left-hander. Don't run wide there. Nice and tidy there from Adam. Over then to the left for the right-hander of turn 7. Misses apex a little bit there. Then over to the right-hand side for turn 8. It's long sweeper. Wall comes at you on the outside. Now charge down to the left-hander. Quick flick through over the curbs there, plenty of curb, and then there's very tricky braking zone on the bridge. Back end will get loose, but Adam has done that one nicely around the hairpin, and now speed starts to build again. It's into the 3rd DRS zone on the lap. And down the gearbox to 2nd for this round. A little bit of extra runoff there for the drivers. And the short sprint down to this quick left-hand kink, again braking while turning there, so watch the back end getting unsettled. Nice inside of there through the left-hand, and then of course this unique under the grandstand moment. Through the tunnel then, the right-hander now, a couple of corners to go. Quick flick through the right, through the left, watch the wall on the right as it comes at you, a little bit of room there as well, and then foot down, drops down a gear, feathers the throttle around the final corner, now flat out across the line, and the first lap on the board is a 1:36.2 from Adam then, so a tidy first lap. Now we've got Corboy's out on intermediates and Tom Duval is out on wets. Now, is that right? Yes, he's definitely out on wet tyres. That seems like an error. I don't know what's going on because Corboy's out on intermediates as well, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think he's realised. I'm very baffled by that one. Wesker goes 2nd on a 36.6, but his quick drop to 3rd as Sparks goes 2nd on a 36.5. On board then with our most recent winner, championship leader, TRT Lynx, out of the final quarter. What has he got from his first run? A 35.8. Pops him onto provisional. Well, Funky Fox has now gone as well. He has lost it at the braking zone on the bridge by the look of it then, so a couple of cars going out early in qualifying. What's going on there? Okay, Ronan there in the chat there mentioning might be doing some esports rather do test setup without wasting tyres. Clever. Potentially clever. Risky. I'll agree with that, but I don't know if we're quite at that level here at FTRL just yet, but there are some quick boys to be fair. And it was looking a little bit overcast. It's hard to tell over the night race, so maybe it hits them. Meantime, Dutch Tricks, who was in the chat earlier saying he hasn't done any practice for 2 weeks and has just done a 35.2 and is half a second up on the field. What is going on there with Lynx's game? So then we have a familiar pairing at the top. It is Dutch from Tico. They have gone first and second, Links down to third. Ox is now fourth. Adamaco fifth. Sparks and Wesker on that time. Everybody else into the pits then. So what is going on there? Well, back in the pits. Horber back in the pits as well. What's happened to Dylan and what's happened to Funky Fox? Now Funky Fox crashed on board with Tico here. I think so. I think he's lost it under braking. Because you can be turning while braking and that unsettles the rear of the car. And of course this year's game, the rears of the cars having lost a lot of downforce with the floors, makes them very vulnerable to spinning. So I think that's what happened to Funky Fox. I didn't quite catch where Dylan crashed out. It might have been the same sort of zone, but Dylan's going to be doing it from the back of the grid. Good evening JP as well. Evening Daft Chip, evening Matman, evening Unsafe. Dylan in there, that has to be my lowest ever point in league racing. Well, on the plus side, nobody saw it other than you, and maybe somebody behind you on the track, so you're safe in that respect, mate. Go on board then with Yarham, who is on his way down to turn 6. A strong run last time out, finished third on the road. Unfortunately, a penalty dropped him back a little bit, but one of his best performances of the season. Now Corboy is retired as well, and in the pits, what I can tell. So Corboy doesn't fancy getting out there either for some reason. I'm not quite sure what is going on so far. But, so both Aston Martins are going to be starting down the back of the grid. Scuba is now in the pits on intermediates. I'm really not sure what's going on. Really not sure what's going on in this one. Evening KC. What the numbers like for Div 2? A bit of a hit and miss. We had a poor week last week, but I think a few people were away. We do have pretty much a full quota of the grid, so if everybody turns up tomorrow we should have 19. I think a couple of people are going to be missing though, so we shall see. But there is a seat available, JP, if you would like to join us. So yeah, drop me a message if you're interested. We can get you in. And then coming out of the penultimate corner, out of the final corner, his first run on the medium tyres then is a 36.5, then so it's comparable there, just less than half a tenth off of Sparks. Less than a tenth, sorry, off Sparks. Ahead of Wesker then, so that's a very tidy run there from Yarham on the medium. Of course, the Singapore circuit is a real tyre burner. A lot of the drivers complain that the soft tyres just do not last around here. Tyre temperatures skyrocket. So if anybody, well, expect to see people who start on the soft tyres definitely get off them quite quickly. Possibly a 2-stop race, this one. It's a bit of a tyre burner. A lot of slow right angle 90-degree corners. Really eat the tyres up, so the softs do not last long around here. Pondeval now out on the soft tyre, so he's got on something with slicks. He's now heading down towards turn 6. Nice and tidy through there, uses the curb on exit, but that's okay. Gets the apex there of turn 7. Short blast then up to turn 8, right in the curb, watch the wall on the exits. Nice and tidy there from Tom. Of course, Podium sitter last time out, he came through to P3. He was the one that demoted Yarham off the podium. I think he went a little bit too tight there into the little right-hander. Oh, big twitch on the power there. Gotta get a little racing then, misses the apex for the hairpin. Just got a little bit scruffy. Comes down now to the right hand at the end of the DRS straight. See that little bit of run off there, just opens the steering up, gets the power down. Might be a track then. Again, so this corner here is quite tricky on the approach because you've got that slight little kink in the road where you maybe got a little bit of steering lock on. Can unsettle the car. Good job of it now, seems to have tidied up. A bit of a twitch there from the back again as he tries to get the power down. Out of the final corner. And he goes... Did he invalidate that lap? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Or was that an outlap? I'm not sure. Casey's back. Good evening, Casey. Yeah, well, no, well, don't worry about it this week, mate. There's a seat available full time, so if you do want it, yeah, let me know. It can be yours from next week. Next week we are at Suzuka next week. So, maintaining our stay in the Far East. Stay on board with Tom DeValen, so didn't register that first lap. Adamaco, meanwhile, now into the 35.7s, has popped himself onto the provisional front row. So Adam's been talked about having good pace around here, and he's backing that up with a P2 at the moment. Tom just flirting with the wall through that little right-hander, left-hander before the bridge. Not the ideal line. I think he's backed out of that, and yeah, he's backed out of that, and so struggling a little bit with tyres then. And now then, here is Mr. Saturday. FTRL's own Mr. Saturday, the ever-quick CR7. Got his friend João Rodrigues in the chat supporting him. This is the man who knows how to collect pole positions. However, he has not collected as many wins as he probably deserves, or his speed merits. So he gets on tonight then, into the DRS straight. Fast right-hand kink. This will be really good overtaking opportunity in the race. Down the gearbox to fourth, plenty of curve on the inside, uses the curve on the outside as well, carrying plenty of speed. Down into second for the right-hander. Short blast then up to the left. He picks this nicely, watch the wall on the right. Maybe a little bit wide there, he's just got himself a little bit of time. So it's still a very handy lap there. Attacking the left-hander. This is where we saw Tom have plenty of curve through there. Again, just flirts with the wall. So plenty of spare then. Down the gearbox, apexes nicely. Looking like a very tight up then from CR7. Car ahead of him, should get out of the way. This is the Red Bull. Meanwhile, while Dutch continues to lead, Oxox has popped himself onto the provisional front row, just 41 thousandths, sorry, away from pole position. Dutch Tricks lowers into the 34s. Dutch Tricks a 34.9 opens that gap up. Then Oxox, having got within 41 thousandths, suddenly finds himself 3/10 away again. Colin Rob, meanwhile, has gone third. Adamaco fourth, Tika down to fifth. Where is this lap going to put CR7? The final quarter, he goes second on a 35.0. So now he demotes Oxox, puts himself onto the provisional front row with less than 5 minutes to go. What's for tea tonight? Asked Lee. What am I having tea tonight? I'm going to have chicken chow mein. That's what I'm having tonight. That is what is on tonight. Do you prefer a Singapore sling chicane or the actual turn 10? Is there anything you change in the current layout of the circuit? I mean, I don't really like that chicane at turn 10. It is a bit Mickey Mouse. And you see there, you can take a lot of curbs through there, so it's not really... You can kind of almost straighten it up, can't you there? But personally, what do I hate about this circuit? Other than the fact that I'm rubbish at it. I don't like the braking zone on the bridge, because you're turning, you're braking, you've obviously got to get the car straightened up, but over to the right for the hairpin, which is tricky, and there's been a problem for me over the seasons that I've been doing racing. Also, where else I struggle? Again, that little kink just before the stadium where you go under the grandstand as well. That little kink on the right-hander before it. That one also seems to catch me out a little bit as well. But if I could change anything about the circuit, I'd make myself better at it. That's probably not the key thing for me. Guys, so Beth Martin's not setting a lap in qualifying. Is this foreshadowing for Div 2? Well, it's up to Pagani and who's this team? Chubbs. Yeah, so you can only go better for Aston Martin tomorrow, right? Yeah, have we got anybody else on that? Jan's currently validated lap, making his way around. So on the way out, Adamaco and Tico. So the current running order there with 3 minutes to go is Dutch Tricks holding on to pole position. CR7 is second. Oxox is third. Carwin Rob fourth. Of course, our winner from... Where did he win? Trying to remember the calendar. I can't think. I'm having a brain fart. Where did he win? 2 races ago. Sochi? It was Sochi, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Sochi. We'll go with Sochi. So, Carwin Rob P4, Adamaco P5, Tico P6, Lynx is P7, Evil Chris P8, good qualifying for him so far. Although we've still got Graham and Tom, Scuba and Sway to set lap times. Funky Fox, Dylan and Callboy have already retired from the session. And yes, as Phoebe said, give this video a like. Thank you very much. It helps us out lots and lots. Gets us promoted, gets more people watching, gets more people involved in FTRL. We can grow, become bigger, become a monster. All of those things. Wesker on his way out. This is CR7. Tico on the medium tyre then, so Tico's now fancying a late run. Oh, Scuba has retired in the pits as well, I believe. Yep, so Scuba not fancying a lap either. He fancies coming from the back. Maybe he wants the tyres for the race. Is there method to all this madness? Adamaka then has just started a flying lap, which will be his probably final flying run. So let's see how he gets on. He's currently P5. To find about 0.3 of a second to get himself onto the second row. And needs to find 0.7 of a second to get back onto the provisional front. Of course, the track now will be at its optimal. Plenty of rubber down. Let's see how he gets on into Sector 1. He is 0.128 up in Sector 1. So tidy start. Into the middle part of the lap. Nice and tidy through there. The flag now, I think it's just people getting out of each other's way. And then approaching, where is he now? Sector 2 is at the end of the DRS straight. Apexes nicely, looking like a tidy lap from Adam. Has he found time in the middle sector? We're about to find out. So the answer is he has, although the thing for the YouTube viewers just popped up in front and I didn't see how much by, but he's definitely up still on purple middle sector. Adam then looking to improve. Can he get himself onto the second row of the grid? Or even the front? Just a handful of corners left to go. Chicane nicely. Touch tricks crosses the line. He improves. Sparks goes second on a 34.9. Oh, look at that. He's 4 thousandths away from pole. Adamako stays P6. And just been demoted by that last flying lap from Sparks. So Sparks in out of nowhere. Gets himself onto the front row. Of course, joined Div 1 last week. His race lasted about 5 or 6 corners before contact put him out. Well, he's showing his hand this week up into P2. Right, CR7, where is he? He is up in the first sector. So he could be challenging here for the front row here. He just moved up. Lynx has gone to P5. Sway up to P9. Holman has you just moved there. That was Andwar, I think, he's just gone up to P7. CR7 then in the middle sector. Top 2 have finished. We've got Oxox on a lap as well, whereas Oxox, he's a bit ahead of CR7. Let's stay on board with Oxox. In fact, let's see where CR7 is time-wise. He's up by nearly 0.3 of a second. This is a pole lap if he can hold it together in the final sector. Oxox is also flying. He's been a man possessed this season. He's had some raw speed this season. Races haven't quite gone his way since winning the opening round though. Oh, and it's not gone around here. He's spun 2 corners from home. Here comes CR7 just behind him. So Oxox will not improve. In fact, he gets demoted by Carwin. Rob, who goes up to P3. Oh, and he's invalidated. CR7 is invalidated in the final sector. So he stays P4. Dan Morrison to the pits. Oxox making his way in as well. So that then will be a lot. And it's a pole for Dutch Tricks by 4 thousandths from Sparks. The young upstart up from Div 2 has popped himself onto the front row for just his second race in Div 1. And there we have it then. That is qualifying done. And the grid is as follows. Dutch Tricks then takes pole position just from Sparks. Carwin Rob also getting to within a tenth. Top 3 covered by less than a tenth of a second. CR7 there, who was on course for pole but invalidated in the final sector. He will start P4. Oxox, who was also on course to improve, finished only P5 after that spin, with Lynx in 6th, Andwar 7th. Adamako 8th, Tico down in 9th, the reigning champ, and Tom Duval rounding up the top 10. And then Free tyre choice for everybody else, starting with Sway, then Wesker, Evil Chris, Dan Morris, Yarham, Graham, Funky Fox, Dylan, Scuba and Callboy. Your bottom four there, no time on the board, so they've saved their tyres for the race. And then, well, here we go then. Here's race time. So, podium predictions, please, boys. I am absolutely bursting for the toilet suddenly, so I'm going to leave you to put some podium predictions in, and when I come back, I'll go through them and the warming up lap. There we go, right, pressure off my bladder, back onto the drivers on the track. So here we go then. Let us have a look at what tyre everybody's going to be starting on outside of the top 10. Of course, top 10 all starting on the softs. They qualify, starting with Mr. Dutch Tricks, our four-time champ, missed last week. He's now got a lot of ground to catch up, but he's started in the best possible fashion, starting on pole position. Alongside him, the Div 2 promotion. Sparks has tested himself against Div 1 and he's come up glowing. Pops himself onto the front row in just his second race in Div 1. Can he take it the fight to the reign to the four-time champ? Behind them, second row, starting off is Carwin Rob, winner in Sochi a couple of rounds ago. He's going to fancy himself for a strong result from P3. CR7 goes off a P4. He was looking on course to take pole. Late invalidation of his lap though means he starts on the second row. Up behind him is Oxox, another one who was looking to improve with his final run. He's always exciting, he's always ambitious. He is always aggressive, and let's see what he can do going from P5. Championship leader finds himself P6, winner of 3 of the last 4. He's then in the mix though at the front of the grid, starting on the third row P6, and while the late flyer pops himself onto P7. Strong starting position for Andy. Can he go forward from there, get himself another podium? We shall see. No, he didn't win. I'm thinking back to the races now. I can't remember the order of the races, but Adam Mako starts P8 in the Williams, then also on the soft tyre. TK finds himself down in P9. That late run on the mediums didn't quite work out for him. And Tom Duval rounds out the top 10. Of the 10 drivers then with a free tyre choice, Sway is P11. He is starting on the mediums. Wesker goes off P12, also starting on the medium tyres. Ava Chris is 13th, starts on the hard compound. Dan Morrison 14th. Of course, podium finisher last time out. He is on the medium tyres. Right behind him is his teammate Yarham, who is on a very big slide there. He's on the hards. He's trying to get as much heat as he can do into those tyres. Graham starts P16 in the second of the Alpines. He's on the mediums. Funky Fox, a man who comes through from the back of the grid for strong results. We've seen it multiple times this season. He's coming from the back again. Starts 17th. He's on the hard tyres. And then the final 3 drivers, Dylan, Scuba and Callboy, are all starting on the mediums. So while the leaders wait for the final few cars to form up. Better view would be nice. There we go. Okay, we'll look at Sparks. Predictions in the chat. Matman reckons Dutch links Tom. Unsafe reckons Carper K and Big Ol' Mazzacane. Hey, it could happen. Gears engaged, revs are up. The Singapore Grand Prix is go. Good start from the back from one of the Aston Martin's move, but Dutch Tricks has got the jump, cuts across Kyle Rob, trying to go around the outside of Sparks into one. It's squeezed off the track. Now he's got CR7 up the inside. And CR7 is alongside. Carway's still got the inside there going into turn 4. They're still wheel to wheel. Everybody to get round. Okay, oh, in the background, who's that in the wall? It's one of the Hazes. I think it might be Johan. CR7 now under attack from Oxox, or rather Carwin's under attack from Oxox, gets run out wide. So Carwin's gone back a couple of places, coming back at Oxox though, wheel to wheel through turn 7. Oh, just about get away with it though. Oh, it's the wall. Al Carwin in the wall hard and out. And a virtual safety car on lap 1. Big smash there for the Red Bull. Did he lose it on the curb? Or was it just acceleration? I think maybe he lost it on the traction there. He kind of got onto the straight, but big smash. And unfortunately, the Red Bull man is out on lap 1. So, poor luck for him there after retiring early last week as well. Crashing out the final corner. Unfortunately, Carwin's race has ended on lap 1, and we are under VSC. Big movers on lap 1 then. Tico up 4, Yarham's up 4, Dylan McGivern's up 5. So they're the big movers on lap 1, the big losers so far. Dan down 2, Graham down 2. Adamako and Evil Chris also down 1 place each. But everybody seems to have got around so far. Okay, apart from Carwin, who is unfortunately out of this one. Daft Chip reckons Dutch Lynx and what? So other picks was Dutch CR7 and Ox Hawks. Into the pits on lap 1 comes the race leader, followed in by Tico. So there's a strategy playing out here, I think. So I don't think they've got any damage. I don't think Dutch's got any damage anyway. He's taken the free pit stop. Those soft tyres just do not last around here. He's in. Yep, no wing. He's onto the hard tyres. So Dutch and Tico getting off those soft tyres early. That could be a stroke of genius, or it could just completely frazzle their race. We shall see. We're about to go racing again though, and away we go, and Sparks finds himself in the lead. So in just his second Div 1 race, he leads on lap 2. And we are under green flag again. Dutch and Tico then didn't quite catch the back of the pack, but they have now got fresh tyres. Now we go much deeper into this race. Let's see how they get on. Sparks a little bit of a twitch as he comes out of turn 7. Going then up to this tricky bridge braking zone. See how he gets on. Nice and tidy through there. CR7 and an Oxox in hot pursuit, as is Lynx Andwar and Tom Deval. Adamako's got a bit of a gap to bridge, so he's out of DRS range, of course, not into DRS territory just yet. And he's got sway all over the back of him as well. Dan there making a move on Funky Fox further back. Those two switching positions, still side by side. Dan in front again, goes a little bit deep. Gets the move done though. Funky Fox on the hards, Dan on the mediums, so he's got the tyre advantage at this stage. Move done for Dan then, so he's on the way forward. Funky Fox there just slapping the wall a little bit. It's a little bit twitchy. CR7 sets the fastest lap of the race. Dylan's just made the move on Evil Chris, I believe. Dylan, having started at the back, is already into the to P11, so he's had a really good opening couple of laps. Then we're on to lap 3. Now, ordinarily DRS would be activated this lap, but it will be next time around after the VSC, I believe. So look, no, it is active this time around then. So CR7 into the slipstream with the DRS. Sparks covers the inside. CR7 is going to go all the way around the outside though, into the braking zone, and into the lead of the race he goes. So change at the point of the race. CR7 finds himself out front. Now he lost what should have been a surefire win in France due to the rain falling and the strategy, and was denied a good result last time out as well after a crash on the final lap. So is CR7 about to bounce back? Yarham's dropping down the order, and what has happened to him? Just hemorrhaged a handful of places there. Not quite sure what happened. And Tico and Dutch find themselves 9 seconds off the back of the pack, but closing. Yellow flag sector 2. Is it Yarham? I think it is. It is indeed. He's got no front wing, so Yarham's had an incident. He's lost his front wing. It's a long way back from there. So back with the leaders. He'll be needing a safety car to get himself back into contention. But as we've seen already, this track is fraught with danger. CR7, that's so close to look at the lead. He's already pulled out then. He's already out of DRS range, so CR7 is not hanging around. Sets the fastest lap of the race, 39.7 from him. starting to stretch his legs then. Ox now onto the back of Sparks. Round turn 3, Ox is just stalking. A little bit of lag there. Onto the back straight here. Tico now takes the fastest lap, 39.4. That was 3/10 faster than the race leader. Here comes Ox. He's going to make the same move that CR7 did down the outside. Sparks covers the insides, but with DRS, not a lot he can do. Tries to fight it on the exit, but Ox gets the move done as Dan makes the move on Eve or Chris further back. P11. Graham making the move on Fucky Fox as well, so the Alpines getting moves done. Evil Chris then down to 12th as Dan made his way through as well, so the DRS very powerful around here. Race leader now got that lead up to 1.7 seconds now. He's got a new chaser. It is Ox. And now Lynx is now closing in the back of Sparks as well. So Sparks, despite that really good qualifying and good opening couple of laps, is now starting to just drop back a little bit. I've got Lynx all over the back of him. Oh, was that Sparks on the wall? No, it's lag. Oh god, that is bad lag there at Sparks at the minute. Hopefully it's not going to affect Lynx too much. Further back, we've got a nice battle going on there between Anwar, Tom and Sway as Tom pits. So yeah, these soft tyres are not lasting. Into the pits comes Tom Duval. Also in is Adamaco. So yeah, the soft tyres, drivers getting off them as quick as they possibly can. Getting up towards the back straight now. And are we going to see another move into turn 6? Lynx then is in the slipstream. Again, Sparks goes defensive to the inside. Lynx there with the DRS around the outside. Sparks tries to hang on the inside. Lynx then just runs around the outside and up into P3. So, move done. A little bit of a gap back now though. So Sway, who's got past Anwar while all that was going on. Of course, Sway is the first of the runners who started outside of the top 10. He's already up to P5. He's on the medium tyre, so he can go deeper into this race. Expect the 4 cars ahead of him to be pitting in the next couple of laps. Those soft tyres just do not last around here. There's the back straight and Spark now trying to come back at Lynx. Not quite, and Sway has really quickly bridged that gap. So Sway is a man on the move. He's dropped Anwar already to the tune of 1.3 seconds. So those soft tyres just do not seem to be lasting at all. How's the race leader getting on? The lead is now 2.6 seconds. Everything like that 2.8. So CR7 hammer down, pushing hard, try and get away. Is he going to be in this time? He is. Race leader is in. Is Ox going to follow? No, backs out of it. I thought he was going to go, but he changed his mind. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. It's Anwar. Oh, Anwar's gone. And a full safety car. Now, this is not ideal for Ox. Lynx. Some of the drivers have gone through. CR7 in the pits. This could work out very nicely for him. Where is he going to come out? Where are Dutch and Tico? They're coming onto the start-finish straight. CR7's making his way down pit lane. It's going to be close. Tico, I think, is going to get through. What's happened to Dutch Tricks? Dutch Tricks is in the pits again. Has he damaged his wing? No, he's just going on to the medium tyres then. So a switch of strategy for Dutch Tricks. Taking the safety car and is going to now. Well, I suppose the good thing for the race leader is that he didn't pick up the safety car, so he can make his way around. Now, is this now going to work out for CR7? Is the question. It might do. Oh, this is going to be interesting now. I think surely it will. I think this is definitely going to work out for Ox. Is the question of what do those medium tyre runners do? So TK, who pitted first, he is now 10th. CR7 is behind him in 11th. Tom Duval, who's just pitted 12th. And Eva Chris pitted 13th. Adamaco's 14th. Graham, Scoreboy, Dutch and Yarham have all just pitted. Oh, Yarham's in the pits currently. Get some fresh tyres. He will rejoin. They are the guys who have pitted so far. Our Ox here surely has to take this opportunity to pit. It is a free pit stop. It's the guys Sway down to Funky Fox. They're the ones who've got to make a call here. No brainer. The race leader is in. Sparks, Lynx is going to follow. Sparks is going to follow. Sway is going to carry on. About Wesker. Wesker's in. Dan Morris carries on. Scuba is in. Funky Fox is in as well. We should have enough of a gap now. Where is Tico? Tico is there. Where is Ox? He's trundling down pit lane. Tico is coming down the start-finish straight. I think Tico is going to take the lead of the race here. Oh, not the rather. He's going to take over the head of everybody who's pitted. Sorry, let me rephrase that then. CR7 gets through as well, so that's kindly worked out for him. Ox is on his way. He'll drop in behind CR7 again, so he's where he was. Anybody gain? Wesker's got ahead of Tom Duval. Scuba's got ahead of Adamaco. Dutch Tricks now finds himself down in P15. He's got a lot of work to do. Pole sitter down in P15, so maybe that did that opening lap pit stop work out for him. It's there's many strategies come into play at Singapore. So he's got a long way to go. We're on lap 7 of 31. Second retirement is Andor after Carwin Robb crashed on the opening lap. And we get another chance to look at the beautiful Aston Martin safety car, which I know will please Pagani. Will mediums go to the end from here? I don't think so, if I'm honest. I don't think so. I think the hards will. So looking at CR7, Ox, Lynx, Sparks, Wesker, Scuba, they are all in a very strong position here in terms of pit stops. They might be able to get to the end now. The medium tyres, looking at Callboy, Graham, Dutch, Funky Fox, maybe Adamaco as well. He's got one lap on his. Evil Chris, Tom as well, one lap on his. There, the question, Tico as well. He's got 4 laps on his. Are those mediums going to go the distance? Well, we shall see. Good evening, Oscar. Oh, Sparks has collided with Lynx under the safety car. Has he lost his wing in the process? He's damaged his wing, I think. Yeah, he's missing a left front end plate, so Sparks has had an absolute mare there. Picks himself up a penalty. Dutch has also got a penalty from somewhere. Now, what has he been doing? Didn't see that pop up. Sparks is going to have to dive into the pits here. Go for a new front wing. Now, there is a bit of a gap back to Graham and Callboy, but I think they'll probably clear him. He should stay ahead of Yarham, though, who's still making his way around. So, a mistake from Sparks. That drops him out of P8, so everybody moves up a position. Sway now leads the race behind the safety car. Dylan is up to second then, so the man who started P18, I believe it was, is now second. So he's had a very good opening 8 laps. Sparks left the session, did he? Interesting. Let's have a look. Yeah, well done. We'll just ping him another invite, just in case it was some lag. Did see him struggling a little bit with lag earlier on. Can he find him? Wherefore art thou, Sparks? This is another thing where people don't show online and they have to go all the way down my friends list, all the way to the bloody bottom. For some reason it's not saved into the list for Div 1, which is also just annoying. Please Sony, sort your life out. Somewhere around here. Maybe. There he is. Right, back to it. Safety car in this lap then. So we are about to go racing in. We will be on lap 9 of 31 when Sway takes over and leads the field back to green. Oh dear then, so it would appear perhaps we have lost our P18, our front row starter. So the cars that started on the front row, currently 14th and 18th. It has not worked out for them so far. Safety car now pulling away from the field. Sway is taken over, dictating the pace. Now we've seen some interesting safety car restarts this season so far. Some have worked out, some have not. What does Sway do? Well, he goes early, pulls the trigger, gets himself a nice jump. However, Dylan has gone with him. Watching in the background, CR7 weaving to one with his tyres. Tico looking to make a move on down into turn 1. Not quite close enough. A couple of guys looking for gaps. Tico's trying to set this up. Oh, he's a little bit wide there though. Didn't get the run off of turn 3. Still close. Right back onto the back of Dan Morris already. Comes onto the back straight there. Tico with absolute blinding speed. He's in the slipstream. Is he going to go for a move down the inside into turn 6? He is. He's down the inside. That is move done. And up to third goes Tico. And Amako getting the move done on Scuba further back for P11. In fact, Scuba's dropping down the order. What's happened to Scuba? Oh, and Tom Duval's spun as well, I think, as he's just hemorrhaged a load of places. Oh, Tom has spun. Scuba had a mare as well. Tom's got his wing intact. What about Scuba? Yeah, both of them have got the wings intact, thankfully. So possibly just rotating the cars. Sway continues to lead. He's pulled out 0.7 of a second over Dylan so far on this lap. Chris with a penalty there for multiple warnings. Track limits already. And as Sway getting the hammer down, he's getting himself out of DRS range, which could be key. Tico, however, has now glued himself onto the gearbox of the Aston Martin. Around the final couple of corners. On the ERS and try and get himself out of range. Further back, Gran making a move on Dutch, who's in the pits again. What's happened to Dutch Tricks? Tricks is in again, so this one is just not going well for our pole sitter. Man second in the championship. Or is it a drive-through? It's a drive-through penalty then, so that's what happened there. Has been in the background. Tico for P2. Gets the move done. The Red Bull man up to P2. A bit wide off the curb there. That could have been a warning. So was Dutch speeding under the safety car. Is that what he got pinged for? This one is not going well for Dutch Tricks. The pole sitter finds himself dead last. Dan Morris is currently not under that much threat from CR7, although having said that, CR7 is starting to close in. He's bringing Ox and Lynx with him. And Wesker. And Evil Chris, who's in the top 9. Adamako T. Oh, who was that? That's Evil Chris trying to get up the inside of Wesker, who's a little bit wide. Wesker on the ERS. Trying to pull away. Gets himself into the next corner, okay. Williams stalking the Ferrari. What is this, 1997? Funky Fox with the penalty now. Man currently running P11 just behind this battle. There he is in the orange McLaren. It would appear so, Daft Chip. It would appear so, mate. So they're quite closely bunched. Tico now trying to close down on the race leaders. DRS is re-enabled. So DRS is active again. Tico has got himself to within DRS range of the race leader. Oh, CR7 picks up a penalty there at turn 2, I think. Behind the curb. Onto the straight we come. DRS will pop open, I think. However, Sway's got enough of a lead. CR7 and Dan, though, could be a different story. However, Dan does have DRS as well. CR7 down the inside, though. Move done. Gets it stopped on the curb. Nice move there. Funky Fox and Adamako trying to change places. Adamako has held him off though. Good battling between those two. Is that a weave of disapproval there from Adam? Not quite sure. Funky Fox closing in again. Down to the hairpin we go. Still see Evil Chris looking at the back of Wesker just ahead of him. What has CR7 got for Dylan? Meanwhile, Evil Chris looking at Wesker again. Oh, who's that in the background? That's Callboy down the inside of Yarham. Here comes Tom Duval as well. Oh, Tico with a penalty now race. Oh, the man in second place has picked himself up a penalty. Tom Duval looking at Yarham. Just not seeming to have the race pace here. Has he got his wing? Yeah, he's all got his wing intact, but Yarham's just struggling here at the moment a little bit. Callboy getting the move done. Change for the lead of the race. Sway has been passed. Tico hits the front for the first time today and kicks off with a massive power slide out of turn 3. So then the one we need to watch then is Sway going to come back at him. Dylan's now got himself to within DRS range of Sway, which might save him from CR7. However, CR7 is tucked right under that rear wing. He's closing. He's down the inside already. Dylan backs out of it. CR7 goes through. He's on fresher tyres. I think he knew that wasn't his battle. Further back, Tom Duval gets the move done on Yarham. Maybe he's just struggling on those hard tyres. Ooh, what's happened there? Dylan's pulled up. Did Dylan have a moment? I'm not quite sure. He's just pulled back in behind Oxox and Dan there, so... something... Oh, VSC. What's happened there? VSC, it is... Is it Yarham? Is that a moment? I saw him just change places. The VSC called for the second time. No retirement though. Yarham, and oh yeah, unfortunately Yarham is once again missing his front wing. So for the second time in this race, the Hazman has lost his front wing. He'll be on his way back to the pits again. Not having the best of races, unfortunately. The race then has been neutralised. So the current running order is Tico is your race leader from Sway. CR7 is third. Dan Morris in P4. Oxox P5. Race control. Oh no! CR7 has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. A potential race winner on those hard tyres. He can probably get to the end. The question marks are over Tico, but CR7 drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. The man currently in P3. He's going to have to take it through the pits. So we've already seen Dutch Tricks have to go. Oh, in the back right in the wall, hard goes Dylan. That could be a full safety car. But it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like we're going to get one here. Oh, up the inside of Chris. Oh, tags Wesker into the wall. Oh, Evil Chris, that's so unlucky there. Just stuck his nose into the corner and they just clipped tyres on the exit and around he goes. Hits the wall, a front wing gone. A Williams man. Now we're going to have to make his way back to the pits. Scuba trying to get alongside him. He's going to let him go. There's no point in fighting that one. Oxox and Dan changing places then. Dan holding off Oxox for now. But suddenly Oxox is in a very strong position here. Because two of the drivers ahead of him still have to pit. That is Sway and Dan. CR7 has a drive-through. And Tico, we're not sure if his tyres can get to the end. So Oxox in a very strong position here potentially. He's got to bide his time. He wants to get the move done. CR7 then peels off into the pits. Oh no, sorry, that's Sway. Sway into the pits for his pit stop. So that's one of the drivers gone. Here comes Oxox on Dan down the inside with the DRS. And up into P3 he goes. Now Lynx is going to try and look for a way through as well. Of course, Dan is still on the tyres he started on. 13 laps on those mediums. They'll probably past their best a little bit now. We have done a number of laps under the safety car. Lynx then goes for the inside for turn 6 to make the move on Dan. Going to go wheel to wheel. He's just going to give him a squeeze. Bit of room left though. Dan drops it behind. Good move from Lynx. Nice respectful racing from the pair of them. Evil Chris makes it back to the pit lane. It was a really strong top 10 position. Suddenly finds himself off the back and praying for another safety car. What's going on down the field then? Adamako is now the one going to be coming up to challenge. Further back there, Wesker and Funky Fox now going at it hard. Funky Fox looking particularly racy. Both these guys have got 6 laps on the tyres, but Wesker's on the hards. Funky Fox is on the mediums. Looks left, looks right, no way through. With a bit of a slide as he gets the power down. Wesker resolute in his defence, holding on to P7. Graham has now tucked in behind those two. A couple of people hyping him up earlier, saying he had good pace around here. He's now up to P9 on the medium tyres, so he's made a pit stop. Question is though, can those tyres get to the end? We're not even at half race distance yet. Big snapper oversteer there from Graham. He's trying to get the power down, and that's going to bring Corbo onto the back of him. Into the pits comes CR7 to serve his drive through. Oh, and around goes Funky Fox. Oh, Tom Duval takes avoiding action on the start finish straight. Great reactions from him. Funky Fox gets it pointing the right way again. Don't think he's damaged his wing. But Funky Fox there losing the back out of the final corner. As CR7 makes his way back onto track, he drops in behind Dutch Tricks. Of course, the man who also served the drive-through penalty, Adamako, getting the move done on Dan. So Adamako now up to P4. And so, running order is Tico leads by 5.2 seconds, but can his tyres get to the end? We are on lap 15 of 31, we've got 16 and a half laps to go. Oh, and Sway's back in the pits. What's happened to Sway? Has he had some wing damage? Not quite sure. He'll drop to the very back now as Evil Chris goes through. Another race that's gone slightly awry. Tico, meanwhile, though, continues to lead this one by 5.1 seconds. Oxox giving chase. He's bringing Lynx with him. Those two half a second apart. Adamako in the background there, having just cleared Dan Morris. He's now up to P4. Just behind them, you've got Wesker, now who's been released from his scrap from Funky Fox. He's now got Graham trying to close him down. He's bringing Callboy with him. Callboy going well up in P8. In the sole surviving Aston Martin. Tom Duval recovering after that spin. Safety car bringing him back into contention. He's now running 9th, and Funky Fox after his spin has got going again. He's now P10, but that would not have done his tyres any good. Oh, he's having a bit of a twitch there. He's just struggling a little bit. Oh, again, big slide there from Funky Fox. Sway now picks up a penalty. Funky Fox just seems to be struggling a little bit with the car at the minute. Dutch Tricks is closing in quickly. They two had an epic battle at Barcelona. Funky Fox put a great move on Dutch Tricks before his teammate Lynx came through and took the win. A McLaren 1-2. Change for P5. Wesker gets the move done on Dan. So Dan's tyres now probably just past their best. Thinks about a move back. Wesker thinks better of it. That's where we saw contact with Evil Chris. Oh, has he got into the wall? I think he has. He ran a little bit deep. Through goes Graham. Very opportunistic. And Callboy's going to get through as well. Dan, they're going a little bit deep into turn 7. Did he clip the wall? Because he gave up a couple of places. Now Tom Duval coming up quickly on the back of him as well. A bit of a slide there. His tyres just seem to be struggling a little bit. Yeah, the wing seems to be intact. I think his tyres have gone. Here comes Tom Duval. His tyres have got 10 laps on them, so they're a little bit fresher, but give you an idea, Dan just struggling a little bit at the moment. Did he pick up wing damage there? He looked like he might have clipped the wall. Tom Duval looks up the inside. No way through there though. Again, thinks about a move. Surely Dan's going to be in here. I think his tyres are cooked. He is, yet moves over to the left into the pits, then comes Dan Morris. I think his tyres have gone. He peels up and into the pits. Race leader still Tico, but that gap is coming down. It was over 5 seconds. It's now 4.2. Oxox has got the magnets on, and he's trying to close that gap. He's bringing Lynx with him. Adamako then giving chase. He's P4. Nice gap behind him. Wesker's now got the advances of Graham to deal with. And Corbo as well. And so, two Irishmen circulating in 6th and 7th. Evil Chris picks up a penalty. fresh mediums OP. You reckon Tico will be fine? Well, a long way to go. A long way to go. Now into the second half of the race though. This move's getting done. Funky Fox has just come back at Dutch Tricks, or has he? No, they're battling. Dutch has now got the move done. Funky Fox is going to try and switch him back, is he? Not quite. Move done for Dutch Tricks. And they've got the recovering CR7 with them as well. These two drivers need another safety car. You have Chris in the pits. DRS is open. Is Funky Fox going to be close enough for an attack on Dutch? The answer is no, not quite. Another slide there on exit as well. Oh, CR7's got a penalty. That's a particularly harsh place to get a penalty because you're right up against a wall. It's a little bit of runoff, which it just seems a bit alien to be giving penalties for that, if I'm honest. But there we go. It's Codemasters for you. Race lead now down to 3.6 seconds. So Ox has got the magnets on. He is closing the gap. Keeping Lynx at arm's length. I think Lynx is just going to sit there for now. He doesn't need to attack. There's your race leader in the foreground. Tico going through turn 5. CR7 getting a move done on Funky Fox further back. Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, it's Evil Chris. So Evil Chris has retired and a safety car is called. Boo, big smash for Evil Chris. So unfortunately his race has come to an end. And Tico probably didn't want this to happen. Because that's going to bring everybody back onto his tail. Oh, and Dutch Tricks has got another drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. I do not believe it. Well, Bolt seems fairly adamant that Tico's going to be fine on his tyres. So we've got 13 laps to go. 28 laps on a set of medium tyres. Even with a bit of safety car running, it's a big ask. Very big ask, we shall see. Well, the safety car is out now. Does anybody take the opportunity to pit? Sway's in, Sparks' ghost car's in. Yarham's just pitted for soft. Dan Morris pitted for mediums. Now, what does Tico do? Is it track position or is it fresh rubber? It is fresh rubber. Tico is in. Ox is in as well. Lynx is going to follow, so your top 3 are all in. Adamako's going to come as well. What does Wesker do? Wesker's going to pit. Graham's going to pit. Callboy's going to go round. So Callboy's going to take over the lead of the race. He doesn't pit. Graham is in. What about Tom Duval? He's in. Dutch Tricks is coming in for fresh tyres as well. I think everybody's going to come, apart from Callboy. Funky Fox is in. Scuba, yep, he's in as well. Dan Morris has just pitted. So he is okay. And then we've got Aston Martin on Aston Martin. It's Aston Martin 1-2. Unfortunately, one of them is Bernd Meilander. And the other one is Callboy. He now leads the race. Yeah, Bolt's running decent. Oh, CR7's picked up a 5-second penalty for crossing the white line, and we saw him do it earlier on one of his pit exits. He's done it again. It's a very tricky pit exit here. It's very tight. You have to stay close to the wall. So, again, that's probably one thing I'd change about the circuit. Unsafe, you were mentioning earlier. What would I change about it? That pit exit. It is absolutely atrocious. So, safety car deployed for the second time in this one. We are on lap 19 of 31. Everybody apart from your race leader has taken the opportunity to pit. So Callboy's gone for the glory. Gone for a bit of camera time. He leads the race. He's behind the safety car. Everybody behind him has pitted apart from... Why is Graham still on 6-lap-old mediums? I wonder if he's gone back onto tyres he was on earlier. Well, running order as follows then. Callboy leads from Tico. Ox is third. Lynx is fourth. Adamako is fifth. Wesker sixth. Graham is seventh. Tom Duval is eighth. Dan Morris is ninth. CR7 is 10th. Funky Fox is 11th. Dutch Tricks is 12th. But has a drive-through penalty to serve again. Something is going very wrong for Dutch Tricks tonight. Probably the game, because this man does not pick up drive-through penalties, let alone 2, as Pagani mentioned in the chat. Scuba's 13th, Yarham is 14th. Spox's ghost car continues to circulate, P15, and Sway is P16, having just pitted. He will get the opportunity to close on the field. We're coming around the final couple of corners. So, while we've got a bit of a break in the racing, let's go through what else is coming up on FTRL this week. It's a bit quiet at the moment. ACC and GT Sport are both in between seasons, so no action on Monday, no action on Thursday this week, so it's all about F1. And we've got another helping of Singapore sling action tomorrow with Div 2, 8 o'clock, so do join us for more great action. The Div 2 boys proved last week, after the high attrition that happened in the Div 1 race, the Div 2 boys actually did a very good job of keeping the numbers on track up, considering the number of accidents that happened in Div 1. Half the field at Div 1 crashed out last week, or retired, and I think it was only about 6 or 7 of Div, or maybe even not that many, maybe 5 or 6 of Div 2 crashed out, so great job from the boys last week. How will they get on tomorrow, tackling the Marina Bay circuit here in Singapore? Of course, not on the calendar again in F1 this season due to COVID-19. But instead we've got Turkey coming up, so that is something to look forward to. Yeah, possibly. I don't know how that would work here, to be honest. I think it's obviously Abu Dhabi's an actual dedicated street circuit. Obviously this is a street circuit, so I don't think that would work here particularly, but they need to do something, because it's a terrible pit exit. Let's be honest. It's an absolute terrible pit exit then, so Sway is gunning it to try and catch the field. Shah now onto the back straight. He's currently going into turn 6, so he's got a bit of work to do, but I think he should catch them before the end of the lap. I imagine the safety car will be in this time, depending on how close Sway can get. I think he'll want to make sure he can get on the back of the pack before it does, otherwise he's got a very quiet race ahead of him. So no notification yet, the safety car's coming in, so he might get another lap just because Sway hasn't caught the pack. Yep, no notification yet, so it looks like we're doing another lap under the safety car. Sway is nearly there, but yeah, we're going to do one more lap. Yeah, Singapore is a rich, they can afford to make such changes to the terrain. Well, you might be right. You might be right. I mean, let's have a look at them as the cars come round. I mean, the pit entrance isn't a lot better, if I'm honest, is it? Maybe they just need to modify this inside sector of the corner here, perhaps, looking at it. Take away some, move the barriers in maybe slightly. You know, just give yourself a bit more angle, a bit more room just for the cars, just because it's super narrow. It's probably, even Monaco's pit lane isn't that narrow on exit. I mean, Monaco's isn't a lot better, let's be honest, but so Sway's back in the pits. He's gone for the soft tyre. So Sway's going aggressive before the end here. He's joined Yarham on the soft tyre, so watch for those two coming through from the back of the pack on the sticky soft tyres. Of course, just 10 laps to go. They should get them to the end. So Sway and Yarham are going to be looking to charge up the order in the final few laps here. I'm surprised Yarham didn't come in and pit for another set of softs, to be honest. If he had one, that is. Might have made some sense then. So tyre situation as follows. Callboy is your race leader, but he is on 13 lap old medium tyres. They probably can get to the end there. The safety car running would have helped him, but everybody behind him is on fresh rubber. Tico, Ox, Lynx, Adamaco and Wesker are all on brand new medium tyres. Graham's only got 7 laps on his. He's P7 as well. And you've got Tom Duval on fresh medium tyres is P8. Dan Morris, he's got 3 laps on his. He is P9. CR7 recovering after that drive-through penalty. He's P10. And Funky Fox after his spin still in P11. Dutch Tricks fresh tyres P12, but he's got a drive-through to serve when we go racing again. Scuba is on the mediums, he's P13. Then we've got Yarham on the soft tyres, P14. Spox's ghost car still there in 15th, and Sway just about to catch the back of the pack. As we get the notification, we are going racing again. No, I don't remember that one. So to be honest, it's long. I can't remember what year it was. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be better if I'm honest-ish. Although joining so close to Turn 1 Apex is not ideal, is it? So they need to do something. Pagani saying, so he's gone ballsy. So maybe he has. So Corboy then will take over, leading the pack. Safety car is out the way. When does he pull the trigger? The answer is now. Away he goes. Tico's gone with him. Oxos has gone as well. So has Lynx. The top four made a really good jump there. Tico already on the attack. He's got the inside. Oxox is coming as well. Tico goes mega defensive. Oh, he's going to go three wide. Off the track goes Tico. Off the track goes Corboy. Oxox up the inside of Corboy for P2. Adamako's rejoined this fight now. Lynx is trying to go on the Corboy as well. He's around the outside. Into four, but Corboy will hold him off. Lynx is going to try and switch back. Adamako's buying into this as well. There goes Lynx through into P3. And here comes Adamako. Graham's defending from CR7. Who's down the inside. Corboy and Adamako still side by side. Oh, contact into the wall. Oh, and around. Corboy's out. Wheel off the car. Adamako's got around. What happened to Wesker? Wesker's dropped all the way to the back of the grid. Oh, that is so unfortunate there. Adamako having a really good run. So was Corboy. And they've just made safety car is out again. So safety cars, breeding safety cars. Adam, who got down the inside of Corboy into turn 7 on exit, it just got too narrow. Corboy had nowhere to go. There was still an overlap. They locked tyres and into the wall. They both went. Adamako down to P15. And Corboy's out of the race, and no points for Aston Martin in this one. Yeah, it was a great restart there. I thought Corboy maybe timed it right, but no. Tico was straight on him. Oxox as well. Oxox had a great run down to turn 1. Almost took the lead. He got very congested into turns 1 and 2. I think Tico and Corboy both went across the runoff. Tico got out in the lead. Oxox got the move done into 3. Lynx got the move done into turn 5. And then Adamako from turn 6 was trying to get the move done as well. Unfortunately, that one ended in disaster. He's got wing damage as well, so he'll be in the pits this time. Get a fresh wing, get some fresh tyres. Maybe he'll go into the soft spell. Into the pits have come. Who's in? Funky Fox, Dutch Tricks, Sparks, and Dan Morris. They're all going for soft tyres. Now is Dutch getting his drive-through done? No, he's going for the soft tyre. But he's still got to serve his drive-through, I think. Adam making his way into the pits. So, drama of the highest order. And we are now 5 down for the evening. So Carwin Robbie crashed out on lap 1, unfortunately. Just looked like he lost it under traction. And while we didn't see what happened to him. And then Dylan, who lost it out of this corner here, in fact. Looked like he lost under traction into the wall. So him and his teammate retiring at pretty much the same point on the track. So not a good point on track for... What's happened to Lynx? Why has Lynx gone down the escape? Lynx has gone down the escape road. Has he had an issue with his wheel? Lynx has been disqualified for the session. Lynx's car. What's happened to Lynx? The man running P3, the championship leader, has just been disqualified from the session. Scuba maybe needs an invite. Right, okay. What happened to our championship leader? What has happened there? I can only assume maybe his wheel is disconnected as he's gone into the corner. Something's happened to, well, I'll find out later on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, his controller disconnected. Well, that is absolutely heartbreaking. Oh man, I am so gutted for you, mate. That is ridiculous. What a ridiculous way to retire from a race. You would think it would have just picked up that the control had been disconnected. I know it's unfair, mate. Unfortunately, I can't restart a race 24 laps in. I'm really sorry, mate. If it affected the whole lobby, if something had affected the whole lobby, we could do a restart. But when it's individual things, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do. Unfortunately, it's not a lobby issue, unfortunately. So that is, well, gutting for him. He was P3. And on for another podium finish. And of course, he could have been challenging for the win. That's onto the safety car we are again. Now on lap 24. Hey, head up man, head up man. Your nearest rival is only P11 and has a drive through to do, so the damage is going to be minimal. Don't even think that's the game, is it? I think the control disconnect is just a... I mean, it happens to me. It's happened to me several times. It just dies for no apparently good reason. Yeah, it's happened to me on GT Sport several times. Oh, collision under the safety car. Scuba and Sway have come together. So currently P7 and P8. We've got a little bit too close under the safety car, as either of them got any damage from that. Has Sway got... Does Sway have wing damage? Is the next question. Trying to get a look as he comes around. He has. Oh, Scuba's picked up wing damage. Now what's happened? CR7 has suddenly slowed. What's happened to CR7? He suddenly dropped down the order. He was running third, and suddenly he's down in P11. Now, what's happened there? What's going on tonight? CR7 was third on the road a minute ago. What is going on? What is going on here? Are we going? We're going. Well, Tico, that's a very bunched start. The top two have got away. Tom Duval making the move for third. Oh, he's being tagged and around he goes. And into the wall goes Tom Duval. We're racing again. The top two have made a break. And I'm not quite sure what happened. The field was... Tico bunched the field up so much there. I didn't see what happened. Graham, who was third, got absolutely swamped. Tom Duval made a move for turn one. Got tagged by, I think, one of the Hazes. And around he goes in front of Graham. He's now dropped all the way down to P11. Now he's gone around. Is it Sparks? Spark always hit the wall. And out he goes. And another safety car. So this, well, it's safety cars, breeding safety cars, breeding safety cars at the end of this one now. And the time was racking up then, so CR7. So whatever happened to him? Did he have a disconnection then as well? Because he suddenly slowed. He was third and suddenly slowed and dropped to 11th and then was in the pits when he's retired there. And then Sparks decided to rejoin the session and crash his car and cause another safety car. So, well, yes, I think there will be words had about that, boys. Do not worry. I did see that. Dartball making the point there, quite, yeah, good point there. Dutch Tricks is going to struggle to serve his drive-through penalty at this rate. Well, the good news is the last 3 laps or 4 laps you can't have safety cars, so at some point he will get to serve this drive-through. The question is though, will he get disqualified for not being able to serve it in the right amount of laps, or I'm assuming it will nullify everything under the safety car. What is going on then? Having done so well for retirements in the early part of this race, we are now racking them up left, right and centre. Running order, Tico still leads, Dutch is still, Oxox is still second, Funky Fox has found his way through to P3 in all of that. Carnage, Sway's now 4th, Dutch Trick's currently P5, but still has a drive-through penalty to serve. Yarham's now P6, Wesker's 7th, Dan is P8, Scuba now 9th, having just pitted again for fresh wing after that contact under the safety car. Graham has just been in, he's now on fresh softs as well, he's 10th. Adamako took the opportunity to pit as well, and Tom, after that spin and collision with the wall, having damaged his wing, back out on track, fresh off tyres, but down in P12. So it was a ballsy move for 3rd. I think he just got very busy there. That was just it was Tico's restart, really bunched the field up. Everybody was side by side with each other. The top 2 made the break and everybody else was going for P3. Of course, one thing I've just come back to my mind, Tico has a penalty. So Ox is in, technically, a winning position here. And of course he won round 1 behind a Red Bull with a penalty situation. And I think he's going to find, well, he doesn't need to make the move on Tico here. However, I think he'll be very wary that the 4 cars directly behind him are on soft tyres. And they're going to be very racy when we get going again. Into the pits has come Dutch Tricks. Is he serving his drive-through finally? Is it letting him? Is he in for fresh tyres again? I don't know what's going on. How many pit stops is Dutch making in this race? Seriously. Yeah, he's going in for fresh tyres again. I think he just wants to serve his drive-through, to be honest. Yeah, good feelings. That was, yeah, absolutely baffling. I would have thought the game would have just taken over the control. But, hey, that's Codemasters for you. So, just 12 drivers remain. And we're under the safety car on lap 27 of 31 now, so, yeah, there's no worries about tyres for anybody. Maybe Yarhams, who are on 8-lap-old soft tyres, but all the safety car running means they won't be having a lot of stress put through them. He's found his way up to P5, so despite having 2 instances of having no front wing, Yarham finds himself in the top 5. Funky Fox, who started 17th, is 3rd again. Another great race from the back of the grid. It's just falling nicely into his lap. Tico still leads. Now, how will the restart go this time? We have the field bunched up, so I expect to see a notification shortly. We are going to go racing again. Waiting to get some heat into his tyres. Race control, safety car in this lap. Right, that will be the final safety car of the evening. And so, Tico gets to pull the trigger again. Now, what will he do this time? We've seen him pull the trigger early and string the field out. We've seen him back them up and bunch the field up and cause absolute chaos in the pack. He lets the safety car start to pull away. Back in the field up then. So running order is Tico, Oxox, Funky Fox, Sway, Yarham, Wesker, Dan, Scuba, Graham, Adamako, Tom and Dutch. They are the 12 remaining drivers on track. Tico then he's going to wait. When does he pull the trigger? He's going to... he's gone. Ox now poised and waiting. Tico continues to weave. He's gone. Away he goes just before he pulls up a corner. And away we go again. Ox just needs to... Oh, Dutch has now got a penalty for... Oh, and There we go. Dutch has been disqualified for ignoring his drive-through. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous from this game. What can he do? What could he have done? So we are racing again then. It is now Oxox versus Tico for the win. However, Tico's got a penalty to his name. Oxox does not. He's just got to circulate behind him for 3 or 4 laps. And we've got left 4 laps, or 3.5 now. If he can stay within 3 seconds, he's race win number 2 of the season. Oh, Funky Fox is in the wall. Hard. Oh, he's lost it on the braking on the bridge. Yellow flag goes out all the way down to the back of the grid he goes. So out of P3 goes Funky Fox. Thankfully he ghosted because he might have just speared into the race leaders then. But he lost it on the brake on the bridge. Tico's a little bit wide there. Oh, then a bit of a slide as he gets the power down. Now Sway is suddenly on the attack. He's now right on the back of Oxox. He's on fresh soft tyres as well. Well, fresh-ish soft tyres. The fresh on Scuba P7. He's on the freshest tyres. Furthest forward, P7. Can he do anything in the last few laps? Matt, you wouldn't believe it if I told you what happened to him. His controller disconnected. He went into the runoff at turn 7 and got disqualified for parking on track. That is why Lynx is out. And Dutch Tricks has just been disqualified from the session for being unable to serve his drive-through penalty. Because we've just had safety cars, breeding safety cars, and we've not had any racing laps for him to serve it. So Funky Fox pits, having just lost a P3, or potential P3 on the road anyway. A few drivers behind, so Yarham's now in a really good position here with no penalties to his name. He needs, though, to try and stay with the top 3. Sway and Tico both carrying penalties. Wesker behind him also on a penalty. He's got the clue behind. He's got the queue behind him of the soft tyre runners. Starting with Dan, Scuba, Graham, Adamako, and Tom. We're going to be looking for a way through. That Sway on Oxox. No DRS yet. Back to Dan versus Wesker. Scuba looking interested as well. Just not going to have the grip everybody around him on the soft tyres is. I think it's only a matter of time. Now Tico's got the lead up to a second, or just under a second now. So Oxox had a good couple of corners to bring it back a little bit. Top 3 have pulled away. Yarham now P4. He's got a bit of a gap as well, but he's got no penalties to his name. DRS is enabled. We're on to the penultimate lap. Finally getting some racing laps on the board. Bread throwing shade in the chat. Oxox then onto the back straight. He's in the DRS detection zone. That should save him from being under attack from Sway. As they now try and pull away from Yarham, who's on those slightly older soft tyres. Just can't live with the pace at the minute. He needs to try and stay within 3 seconds. Dan getting the move done on Wesker. Here comes Scuba as well. Oh, what a move from Scuba. He's going to get them both. He's going to drive around the outside of Dan. That's going to end on the apex, is it? Oh, Dan gives a big slide from Dan. Scuba up the inside. Still wheel to wheel. Bumping wheels down the straight. Dan's got the better traction off the corner. Scuba drops it behind. Graham got the move done. Oh, Wesker's just been absolutely mugged. As Graham and Adamako and Tom all get their way through as well. I think Wesker just doesn't have the tyres to fight. Oh, what's happened now? Dan. Oh, Dan's gone round. And, oh, he's lost his wing as well. So Dan spins out of P5. And there's a wing gone as well. Tico still leads, but Oxox is within the half second. Sway going with them. They've now got 3 seconds over Yarham. Oh, there's Yarham's desperately trying to stay within that 3 second bracket. The podium is staring him in the face. Does he have any tyres left to fight with? He's now got Scuba going to be closing him down on this final lap. Tom Laval and Adamako getting racy as well. They're both on fresh soft tyres. Tico leads then on the final lap. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. Somebody asked for it. So 3. Oh, Sway's got 8 seconds, so I'll tell a lie. So Tico's got 3, so Yarham is still on for a podium here, if he can hold off Scuba. We're on the final lap. Oxox is on to win this one then. Oh, and Yarham's now got a penalty. Oh no, on the final lap. As Scuba closes in. That's a podium possibly gone there for him. On the final lap, so unlucky to pick up that final warning on the final lap. However, that might work. Oh, yellow flag. What's happened? Oh, Scuba's gone. No, Scuba's gone. Has he crashed on the bridge? Where is the car? He's crashed on the bridge. For the lead. Tico still leads. Oxox right in his gearbox though. And Sway might steal this podium here. There's a tenth of a second in it at the minute. Oh, Wesker's now picked up a penalty as well. Tico rounds the final corner. He's going to win on track, but Oxox is going to jump him on penalties. Oxox wins from Tico. Sway gets third. Does he? Is Yarman going to get there? The answer is no. Yarman is fourth. Adamako goes fourth. Graham goes third. Graham steals the podium. It's a double podium for Alpine. Adamako ends up P4, Sway P5, Yarham P6, Tom Duval crosses the line P7, Wesker is P8. Funky Fox, after that crash a couple of laps ago, comes to pit for a new wing. He's going to come home with P9. Again, another one that could have been on the podium tonight. Oh, he's crashed at the final corner. He hasn't got to the line. There you go. Across the line goes Funky Fox. Dan comes around the final corner after that late spin. And he ends up P10. Well, that was something. That was definitely something. The game not covering itself in glory in this one. But the racing in between all the chaos was outstanding as ever. However, it is a victory, number 2 of the season for Oxox, riding his pony in. And that is not up for question. He wins. Tico is second. Graham gets onto the podium. Provisionally. Anyway, of course there was that collision under the safety car between Sway and Scuba earlier. So that may be removed if that's what it was. We shall see what lands in the stewards. I imagine it might be busy in the stewards tonight. But let's see. So the final classifications are as follows. Oxox with the win. Tico comes home P2 despite winning on track. That penalty just dropping him away from the win. Graham up to P3 once again. No penalties to his name. He leaps onto the podium just ahead of Adamako, who comes home P4. Could have been for him as well, but for that collision with Corboy. Sway comes home P5, Yarham ends up P6, Tom Duval P7 after he nearly got the podium as well. He was in the mix. Wesker ends up P8, Funky Fox gets the fastest lap and P9, and Dan, the last finisher, classified P10, although Scuba having crashed out on the penultimate lap of the race. Was it, or was it the final lap? Not quite sure which one. One lap down, so ends up classified as P11. The retirements then were Sparks, CR7, Corboy, everybody else, and a couple of ridiculous disqualifications in there as well for Lynx and Dutch. So the top 2 in the championship both getting disqualified for things beyond their control tonight, which is really not great, let's be honest. And now it looks like the game's crashed as well. Wonderful. Love this. Love this. Love this. Well, as we gaze on the glorious Singapore skyline, oh, there we go, we're moving again. We are moving again. So that was the Div 1 Singapore Grand Prix, and it was Div 2-esque in its chaos. But there were some great drives in there. Again, brilliant job by Oxox there, managed that brilliantly. Tico, great drive from him, considering he started P9 to win on track. I think his strategy worked out brilliantly. And Graham, people were talking him up in the chat earlier about him being good at Singapore. He came good at the end there. Once again, that he just doesn't pick up penalties, that boy, and that has seen him leap onto the podium provisionally, unless there's that penalty for sway which can be removed. But let's see what comes in to stewarding. I do apologise to the boys who have suffered tonight on behalf of the game, but that is unfortunately a Codemasters issue. It's sad to see good drivers lose out on good results because of things that we can't control, and hopefully one day we get a game that doesn't give us such problems. If they'd actually listen to the feedback of the community, that would be nice. One day. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the action. We are back again tomorrow to do it all again for Div 2 at 8 o'clock, so please do join me for that. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do so before you go. That helps us out immensely, and we will be back tomorrow with 31 more laps of chaos around Yas Marina. Let's see how the Div 2 boys get on, so I will see you then. But for tonight, thank you very much, and see you then.